Hey y'all, and welcome to bed fishing number 1 of 2015. I know that most of you guys have had pretty cold winter, and so you want to get out there and start fishing, and the spawn is not that far away. As soon as spring rolls around, those fish will be up on beds. And so this video I really want to explain, what a fish looks like on a bed and how to catch those tricky fish during the spawn. Everything from here on out in this video will be underwater footage, pretty awesome footage in my opinion, of fish eating lures, reacting to your bait, and so hopefully you guys learn something about how to catch fish on a bed. Stay tuned. Now before we get started talking about the actual fishing tips, I'm going to give you guys 3 principles about bass on beds during the spawn. The first one is that each fish is different, each fish is unique. Now while you may find a bait that works well for every fish, each one will react differently to that bait and be in a different stage of the spawn than the previous fish. They will vary in size, in aggression, habitat, water clarity, all sorts of things, so you have to fish each fish differently. There's no defined pattern for bed fishing. The second principle is that bass prefer to spawn on a hard bottom or surface, whether it be a stump, a rock, a gravel bar. They need a hard bottom to be able to lay and fertilize their eggs. This is why a bass bed will often look like a white circle, because the bass has cleared away the soft bottom of the grass to reveal the hard bottom where they can lay their eggs. Now the third principle is that bass need protection from predators. If you were going to lay your eggs, you'd want to protect your future generations from people that want to eat your babies. So to achieve this, they build their beds in holes of the grass, against retaining walls, against tree stumps, or anything of that sort. That way they can have protection from predators. They would much rather protect their eggs from one or two sides rather than a full 360 degrees. Now what we have here is a male bass that has placed his bed inside a hole in some hydrilla. It just so happens that this area is also home to many large shad, and this male bass, as you will see, is consistently chasing off these shad. While they have no intent of actually eating his eggs, the bass doesn't know that and definitely thinks that his eggs are in trouble, so his predatory instincts kick in, and that's why he loves the protection of the hydrilla, because he has to constantly chase these shad off. If you happen to find a fish on a bed that is already chasing off predators, that fish is usually very catchable because any bait that you throw in there, he'll think it's just one of the other predators and he'll slam it right away. Now when you come up to a bed, you have to make a decision pretty quickly on whether or not he or she is catchable. One way to tell this is by looking to see if the bass is nosing down on your bait. Nosing down is just one of those terms that you're going to hear a lot when bed fishing, and it just means that the fish turns to look at your bait and points his nose down at it. Usually it's in an aggressive form, and he's about to eat it if he does that, just like that. If the bass noses down right away and does not spook off when you throw a bait on her bed, you know that fish is catchable. So the rest of this video is just bass inhaling baits in slow motion for your viewing pleasure. Enjoy. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope it taught you something about bed fishing in general and really how to catch those tricky fish, because during the spawn it can be a hard time to fish. Now, if you'd like to check out my last video where Clark catches a huge 9-pounder on camera on a bed, click over here. It's a pretty sweet video. And if you want to check out my last year's bed fishing video from 2014, click over here. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching again, and stay tuned for more because it's going to be pretty sweet. See you guys later.